let's vibe. It's the ultimate hangout. Chats about that rare find. Let's geek out. Movies and the figures. A passionate blend. Toy photography snaps. It never ends.
From robots to heroes, every kind we flippin'. Marvel to DC, conversation never slipping. Toy stages, set scenes, crafted so clean. In this plastic universe, we reign supreme.
What's up, everyone? It is Wednesday. It is that time of the month for Toy Talk and Movie Talk with friends.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, this is our monthly Toy Talk. This is what we originally did before any of these, like Unworthy Addiction, before the TPC, the Toy Daddies, before any of this. It was Toy Talk. It was us. It was us just hanging out. So instead of just disbanding it, we're going to do this once a month. We do a movie. We talk about figures. We talk about some toy photography sometimes. Today, I think we're going to keep our focus on movies. Clintastic 4, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing excellent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm noticing both of you with shiny heads, like Toy Addict and Clintastic 4.
Mine's
I'm
not
jealous.
shiny, but it's almost there.
Still jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever
always
do you ever think of, bicking it like these guys?
No, not well in the summer, but not during the winter. We just got more snow, so I
Ask
think
him
we're still in
again
the
next
winter.
year.
Wait, you just got more snow? Are you serious?
Yeah, we just got snow this afternoon.
A lot?
No, but enough to be annoying. We had none. It was 70 degrees out last week. I put a new screen door on my house. and now I got snow again.
Oh my god. All right, well, Clinton, that's for you. Unworthy, how you doing, buddy? You got snow?
Doing fantastic.
Danny, we've missed you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Explain
Thanks
to
for
me
having-
what this look you got going on.
Oh, I'm nothing. This is just me being comfortable. I got a robe.
Luxurious.
I had this robe for about a month already. I purchased a robe, and so when I'm home and I have coffee, I just like to be relaxed. Not I say the other stuff for Thursdays. Today is just more of a chill day for me. I'm like,
He's in his Hugh Hefner era right now.
I'm going one more. Listen, no, I'm like mini vacation bound. So after tomorrow, I'm on a vacation for 5 days. So I'm just just getting myself prepared.
Is it a staycation or are you going somewhere?
No, I'm going somewhere. I'm going to Jersey.
Jersey?
You're better off staying home.
I'm going to the American Dream Mall. I'm gonna go hang out at the mall, and then I'm gonna go hang out with Chubsy.
Chubsy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you better go then.
It's gonna be fun.
With your Tio and your Tia.
Mm-hmm.
With the Theo and the Tia, yeah. But I'm gonna be over there I'm leaving Saturday, and I'm not coming back till Monday. So I'll be out there for 2 days.
Now, are you going to sleep at the store or are you going to sleep at Chubsy's?
I'm gonna sleep at the hotel that I always stay at. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, I stay at
That's
a nice
awesome.
hotel. It's about, I want to say it's about 5 minutes away from their house. So, like, if hang out, I love hanging out at the store, and then even just like hanging out with them, talking. It's been a while. I think the last time I seen them was during Legion's Con, so it's been quite a while.
Wow, that has been a while.
Yeah, I've been trying to like fix a lot of things in my personal life. So now that everything seems like it's starting to get fall into place now, I feel like this was a perfect opportunity to take that time. That's why I'm comfortable. I'm feeling good.
Well,
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
you
I'm
must
happy
be
to
doing
hear-
well if you're wearing a robe.
Yeah, I mean, you try looking like this over here and being in a bad mood. Look at him.
Well, since you like it so much, I could always wear it tomorrow as well if you like.
I think you should.
All right. I'll
I
wear it
thought you
tomorrow.
were about to say I could always get you one too. And
You
That's
know
even
what?
better
I thought
idea.
it was too.
What's your name in the back of it?
Yeah.
So I guess you don't have to get into it, but my question is, when you wear a robe, do you have like shorts under it, or is it pants, or is it...
Well, I have a shirt.
Careful.
Wait, right. This is the TPT top 10. We can't go there. No, honestly, like I'm usually in my like I like to be very much comfortable at home. So I either a t-shirt and some boxers, and then my Crocs or my slippers, and I literally honestly I've never been a robe guy until I got a robe. Now I'm like the robe has become like my blanket. Like I don't need a blanket. I just keep the robe. There are times where like it was super cold and like it took a long time for the heater to kick in, so I would put a hoodie under my robe. I would have the hoodie and then put my robe on. I would be like all bundled up. But yeah, it's just nice. It's nice and soft.
If I had a robe like that, I know you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna answer. If I had a robe like that, absolutely nothing underneath it. That's how I'm rolling.
Okay.
Well, I mean that I knew that.
I mean, and I'm not even gonna have the decency to tie it up in the front either.
I'd honestly I wouldn't be surprised if Clint did the same thing.
He's got those Playboy
Drag
vibes. He does.
With a pipe
Right.
And a monocle for some.
and a monocle. Yeah. Hey,
Like,
no
are-
chewing. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you.
Well, it
Yeah,
also
Danny's
depends
giving them
what-
showgirl vibes.
Well, it also
We
depends
got
what-
Chubsy. Speaking of which,
Tribal
Hey,
cheese.
What's up? What's up?
we got Diggs Figs in the house. How's it going, buddy?
well, it also depends what kind of robe you're talking about. You could be talking about a bathrobe, house robe, or a kimono. Those are three different robes. That
What's a house? What's the difference between a house
Well,
robe
see,
and a bathrobe?
yeah.
a bathrobe is what you put on right after you get out of the shower. Like it's
Yeah,
more
this
like
is not-
the towel material. House
Oh.
robe is more like
Yeah,
you
this
wear.
is Yeah, this is
That's a
definitely
house robe, right?
This is a house robe. This is
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna have to get mine to be silk. Only the best linens go on this.
So
That's kimono, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not familiar with all of them. The only ones that has like a smoking jacket robe, a bathrobe, and like a hospital robe. Those are the only ones that I really have any experience with.
That's a more of a gown, but yeah.
this is a Rican robe. I call this one the Rican robe.
Rican robe? Why is it
Yeah.
why is it a Rican robe? Dare I
Because
ask?
this is the robe my mom used. Like this is kind of like the same robe my mom used to have when we used to like be outside. Like when kids used to actually play outside.
Mhm.
And like we would be outside and we were always told you need to be back in the house before the street lights come on. And we would miss that. And she would come out in this robe, in the
Well, you
Rican
don't want her
robe.
coming out in that robe.
And then she had her chancleta in one hand saying, I told you to come in the house. Yeah.
The chancleta.
All she needed was a
Um,
theme song. That was like her ring attire. Anytime she wanted, that was a ring attire for her.
I
Or
gotta
the mom.
say, Danny, you've really sold me on this robe. I kind of want to get a robe, but the
Yeah, I
weather's
should
think
gonna
all
be
before
wear
we do the
robes.
next, I
We
think
should all
before we
wear
do the
robes.
next toy talk, we all should probably
We all
have
should get a robe. Everybody get a robe.
I'm
Or a kimono.
kind of kimono
should do
doesn't
it.
seem too like warm to I want to be like snug, you know.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
I
you
want
don't-
to. I
you
want
don't
to
wear
loose
that
and
for
breathing.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Chris.
I have no rebuttal for that one.
Oh my god.
What you got there, Clint?
I got
It's a
nemesis.
honey jar. Oh, it's not a honey
Oh
jar.
man,
Mhm.
what do you think of them? Here, I'm gonna put you on single.
Oh.
Wait, that's not it.
Oh, hello.
What the heck?
Oh, hello again.
Oh.
There we go.
He's big. I didn't realize he was that big.
Yeah, he's pretty massive. Let me.
Hmm.
But yeah, like probably one of the best X-Men Build-A-Figure waves in a while.
Yeah.
Like
What was there before that?
probably Sauron. Like
Oh,
the-
Sauron is. I wish I could like go back and get him. So that
Yeah.
Sauron is awesome.
It's either between him or Age of Apocalypse Colossus.
Colossus.
Yeah, that,
That
was
was a
it.
great one.
So yeah, overall,
Cool.
pretty.
Do you have the
solid
other
wave.
figures?
Oh yeah, I haven't actually opened them all yet, but
Oh, you just took the. Oh, I see.
yeah, I didn't want to
Uh,
waste too much of y'all's time. So
well, Machu Toy got the Colossus and showed it off couple nights ago, and I have to say that not Colossus, Cyclops looks so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't order this Cyclops, surprisingly.
I did after I saw it. Like, I think he looks great. He comes with this cool optic beam.
Two, actually.
Two optic beams. Yep, it's really neat. And he
Are they
looks
like different than his normal optic beams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they've never done something like this before.
Yeah, so
Sure.
how does this actually connect?
It kind of looks like a Cosmic Legion if you hold it up. It gives me like
Nemesis?
Cosmic Legion vibes. Yeah,
You're right. Yeah, totally. It does give that vibe.
it looks good though. It looks cool.
You know what it needs though? A robe.
Yeah,
It needs a
everything
robe.
can be improved with a robe.
Right.
Yeah.
Just wait till Christmas and cut up a Santa figure. Easy
That's
road.
true.
Yeah, you could. The only robe figure that I really want that's actually coming is that Peter B. There's an SH figure. It's Peter B. Parker, and he has the pink robe with Mayday attached to him and a Bjorn.
We should definitely get pink robes. I would buy a pink robe.
Pink robe? I'd be down.
Yeah. I'm down.
My wife has like this probably the same robe but a white one. It's very comfortable.
You know,
Look at that.
I was gonna say when Marvel, like credit to to Hasbro when they want to really put out some good stuff. Like these waves that have been coming out lately, even the game versus Spider-Man wave, they're really really nice looking. They're like when they want to put out some good stuff, they really do. Like there's hit and misses, but like these two waves have been great.
That almost looks like it's a little bit maybe like a half inch too long. Like it'll start sagging.
Yeah, but you know,
nothing can stay that stiff for that long. You know, it's gonna start sagging.
Well, if you position yourself right and brace yourself, it could stay up for a while.
You get a little bit more longevity out of it, sure.
You might need some help with it though.
You know, a little assistance. You know, always keeps the show going.
Yeah. Always get by with help from my friends.
That's right.
Nothing great.
Just let that pass over.
Oh man. But that is a yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Clint, I know you only concentrate on X-Men, so that must have been like Christmas when all those came in.
Dude, like all those and then all the other pre-orders that have came out.
Yeah, did you get the Archangel?
Of course.
That one looks awesome.
We've
been waiting for that
too.
one. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get the Warpath X-23?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Like, I don't really need that X-23 because it came out in a previous wave, but that Warpath for sure.
Warpath.
Because right before they actually announced it, I was looking at that on eBay for like $100. So.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so man, I hope that person
that's
sold
the first time that's ever happened to you,
right?
Usually
Normally
you pay
it's
for them
right
and then
after
they
I
announce
buy
it.
What do you guys think of that Helverine CT Toys?
Hated it.
Did you watch it?
I remember seeing some sort of conversation happening about that, but I don't remember where somebody was upset about the head sculpt, like it was stolen or something.
Exactly. So I think it's Spidey Machine or something like that made the head sculpt, and what happened was CT downloaded the file and then used it for their figure. And so that's been the big kind of like piece to it. I got one.
Did they have to pay? Did they pay for the 3D?
No, that's
file?
the thing. Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a free file. So really, anybody could have done it.
No, it's a bootleg. They stole it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's a good question. I'm not exactly sure about that piece.
Because I know there's some like websites for the 3D sculpt stuff that like the print plans or whatever for it can be downloaded for free. Like people put it up there like community sources.
I
So
think
I'm wondering if that's what happened or if they just straight up stole it from the dude.
whether or not they did or not, I think the big thing was that he hasn't gotten any money for any of the things they've sold, and they just use it as their own product, right? But here's the thing: that's what they're doing with all of their CT. They pretty much took all like the Mafex
Right.
molds, right?
Yeah, they're not.
Right.
Did they expect this company to be, you know, of high morals? And I mean,
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
already making knockoffs that they're stealing. So
Any company,
a little bit of theft, really surprising.
right? Any
Yeah.
company named CT screams theft to me.
So this is.
I mean, the
CT
box
toy.
art. The box art looks better than like the freaking mouth. Yeah.
Looks pretty good, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
figure
Did
itself.
Mafex didn't make that Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
No. And that's what's cool about CT is that they're come out with these like kind of new things, but they're kind of like repaints. But I don't know. I'm not a like Helverine like just came out like a few months ago.
Well,
like the character, right?
Helverine is Dakin.
Dakin, yeah, exactly.
So
Which I don't understand. He's Dakin, but why does he have?
Why does he have the extra claw then?
Why does he have like 3 claws?
And why is he in hell?
I don't know.
Well, that's the spirit of like.
Well,
the spirit
if you don't know, who the hell are we supposed to ask? You're the one that we usually come to for any knowledge on X-Men.
Right.
Well, sometimes you have to find these answers for yourself.
Well, I will never know then if you're relying on me finding out.
Not bad. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, that guy that made that head sculpt, he probably can't make money off of it anyways, right? I mean, that's probably why it was somewheres for free for them to download, because he's copyright infringing, so he can't make money off of it.
Yeah.
And then these other people stole it from him. And he's like, hey, they stole the thing I stole, and I want some credit. So at least he's making it easier for Hasbro and Marvel to arrest him. He's like, hey, I made that.
I
Kevin,
think Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's kind of like the time I was watching Joker 2 on like on TikTok.
Right. You wanted to turn the people in.
And I wanted to like report them after I finished the whole movie because it was such a bad movie.
I have not watched it, but I've heard it's like purposely a high quality bad movie.
Yeah.
Like they made it a bad movie on purpose?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Or was it
and
accident? They did it on accident. It just has worked out for them.
It was just high quality. Like it was a great film piece that was just terrible. You know.
Yeah.
I think they probably did it on purpose. Yeah. I don't know.
I saw something Jack Black wants to be the new Batman in the James Gunn universe, and I'm all for it. I think it's a good idea.
I'm really rooting for Reacher, Alan Richardson.
Yeah, he would be good too.
Yes, he would be good too. Next to Jack Black.
After Jack Black, yeah, obviously. I mean, I didn't know I had to say it, but yes.
You know what? The casting that looks great is Lanterns. With what's his name as Hal Jordan,
Kyle Chandler.
Kyle Chandler, and that actor from the
when they released the like still of that, I meant to be like, Yimbo needs to crack down on these copyright infringements because that's immediately where my head went.
yeah. And I what was that movie that guy was in? That was who's Jon Stewart?
Lion King.
He was also in Godzilla King of the Monsters. He was the dad.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
He was also he starred in this Netflix movie. It was like The Ridge. Was it called The Ridge?
I think so.
I have no idea.
Aaron Pierce. Let me look it up.
I don't know half
really
the
good.
names of the actors of anything.
He's a great actor, and I actually think you guys might like that movie. It's kind of like a guy who
Mm-hmm.
He's really good at, like, he's a military man, goes back and tries to get back at the corrupt cops of a town.
Why would we like
So-
that movie?
Vengeance.
Oh, that's why.
It's kind of like a 80s movie kind of. I don't know. I like 80s movies. Maybe not you, Tony. It's not a horror movie, but
No, I love 80s movies. Of course,
Yeah.
I love 80s movies.
Like half the movies we've watched on here are 80s movies.
Right.
that's fair. Before we get into that, I wanted to talk about. We did the talkies last year, but that was when we were doing movies like every single week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to do the talkies this year, and right now this is how many movies that we have, and I can just list them off. So these are the movies we've done so far. It's not 12, but we've done. All right, so I'm going to count all the Planet of the Apes movies because we didn't include them in the last talkies. So Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, Donnie Darko, RRR, Deep Blue Sea, Late Night with the Devil, Son-in-Law, Batman Returns, 28 Days Later, Semi-Pro. We can include Dick Tracy. If we want to fit one more in, we can. And it could just be the movies we watched. And then I was thinking maybe we could nominate like one movie from each of us that we've seen.
Okay.
And then what I would do is just do all the categories and then send them out to everyone out there in the toy world, and they would vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good.
That
We'll
sounds
do one
good.
more movie, and then we'll shoot for a talkies in May.
Sounds good.
All right, sounds good.
I don't
Second
know
movie.
what that look is that Clint's making up there.
It
It's making me
has-
nervous, like I did
it
something
has
wrong.
Nothing to do with the topic at hand. I was just liking how each of us have our own color scheme going on in our background. I was mildly amused by that.
You got a nice
We're like a
warm
Power
light there.
Ranger command center.
Well, as we're talking, today there was some big news. What was that big news? It was Avengers Doomsday.
Mhm.
And I honestly, you at least Clint was like on top of it more than I was. I
Like-
didn't even know they were doing this.
That was 5 hours announcing the
was.
entire cast.
You spent 5 hours watching this?
No, like I took a break whenever it was doing like everyone in all the other movies, but then when it got
Oh,
to my
when I got
turn-
to okay.
So explain, what were they doing?
So basically, every 10 minutes they would reveal a chair of the next cast member. So
Were they
it was-
talking in between that?
No.
Oh,
That sounds
Okay.
boring as hell.
yeah.
It was tedious. Like
Yeah. Poor.
So
poor
like it would just be on one chair for 10 minutes and then it'd go to
Mhm.
another chair. Wow.
Yeah.
Riveting.
And then
Like-
at the very end, Robert Downey Jr. actually walked in and sat down.
I could appreciate the
Because
difference.
he's dramatic. That's why
I could appreciate the how unique it was, but like why are we still acting like we're in a pandemic? Like why are we like we could just do this at like a convention where like remember when they were like, hey,
Well, I mean, what
here's the
D23
cast.
is probably not for a while yet. That's the next
think-
thing they would have.
I mean, they
I think the
could
piece-
just up there. Yeah.
I think the piece of it is it's supposed to be a 2026 release, which is fairly soon,
Mm-hmm.
and the production just started.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is I don't know. I don't know.
They're gonna
guys.
crank it out that fast.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and then I think at the same time they're also doing Secret Wars or filming Secret Wars,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
they're gonna do. Are they gonna do both? I'm guessing they're gonna.
So
like, kinda
who all did
cross
they
film
announce
them.
other than the X-Men ones?
So here we
was
go.
keeping us updated on that.
So we have Thor, Chris Hemsworth. We have Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman. We have Anthony Mackie, Captain America. Sebastian Stan, we got Bucky. Leetta Wright, Black Panther.
Mhm.
Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. We got I'll just do the comic book names. U.S. Agent. We got Namor. We got the Thing. We got Shang-Chi. We have Scarlet Witch's sister.
No,
We got Kelsey Grammer, the
Scarlet Witch's
Beast.
sister.
back.
Yeah,
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Sorry.
Oh, Black Widow's sister.
like,
Okay.
Sorry, Black Widow.
Florence
Sorry.
Pugh.
Yeah, Florence Pugh. Yep,
I like her.
she's great. Kelsey Grammer, the Beast, which was a surprise. The Sentry.
Which was-
What were you saying?
Oh, yeah, that one was interesting because he wasn't included with the rest of the X-Men cast that was announced later on.
But he
Kelsey
was
Grammer
in the Miss Marvels.
I know, but like just group wise, I was like, okay, I guess that's it. And then all that other stuff happened. So
Oh, so maybe
Yeah.
he's not playing the Beast. Maybe
Oh,
he's
he's definitely-
debuting as something else.
I
he's
think he
definitely
definitely is
playing
playing the
Beast.
Beast. Yeah, he has to. He did show up in that. What you were saying, right?
Yeah, the Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels. The Sentry, which is he's going to be in the Thunderbolt bolts. Danny Ramirez, the Falcon. Human Torch, Red Guardian, M'Baku from Black Panther. We got Ghost, Loki, Professor X, Magneto, Professor X, Patrick Stewart, Magneto, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming,
I gotta say,
Nightcrawler.
so
I think
quick
they
side
picked the
note
wrong
about-
Magneto.
How do you think he's gonna die this time? Because pretty much in every appearance Patrick Stewart's done, he's mostly died in those movies. He's up.
I feel like it's gonna be, and maybe this is like, this might be, I don't know, this might be a cop out, but you know how like in Infinite Crisis, there's that like white like
Yeah.
light beam that like just disintegrates everyone.
Mhm.
I feel like it's gonna be something like that.
So basically, his death in X-Men 3.
Yes, that and all the rest of those X-Men will die the same way, you know. Because I feel like that's like one universe, right? Okay,
I
so
think
we
you're
got
gonna
Alan.
see like multiple. So you're saying you think we're gonna see multiple universes getting wiped out?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Adds up
Um,
with the Fantastic Four movie too. Really.
Yeah, we have Alan Cumming, Nightcrawler, Rebecca Romaine Rebecca Romaine, Mystique, James Marsden, Cyclops, Channing Tatum, Gambit,
Nice.
Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic, and RDJ, Doctor Doom.
You know, I was a little disappointed when they mentioned, because I was super happy. I think I was more excited when they mentioned Channing Tatum as Gambit coming back. But then I was like, can we get a Wesley Snipes Blade in this movie, please? So I'm like, hoping they put Wesley Snipes in this movie. It'd be great. But like, I mean,
Totally with you on that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping there are secret cast people that are, because I mean, there are a lot of people they didn't mention. They didn't mention any of the Spider-Men. Mark Ruffalo has not been mentioned. And then you know, I was hoping there was talks about Chris Evans returning back to the movie, right? Was that even true?
I mean, those could be for Secret War.
Yeah.
Secret Wars, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, I'm sure there are a lot of cast members they haven't named off yet. I don't think that's the entire cast.
No, I don't think so neither.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to have another one of those little 10-hour long chair thing. They would probably be able to start it and then not stop it until the movie debuts if they were going to announce everybody.
Right.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of nervous that they have like a year and change to make this movie.
I think they can pull it off. It's the Russo brothers. They can pull it off. I'm a little bit honestly, like with the whole reveal. I mean, like I said, I could appreciate the uniqueness of them introducing the cast. I can't because it's different, but it didn't make me as excited as when Robert Downey Jr. announced he was going to be.
Yeah,
that made me excited.
That was
like,
exciting.
right, I could see so much happening, right? But like this was like, okay, He showed me a bunch of damn chairs. Hence the reason why I put my name and Unworthy's name on one. I felt that was more exciting. That was a lot
I
more
was
exciting.
excited.
We're the Avengers.
Yeah.
And
I was
spoiler
like,
alert,
oh.
we're in the movie.
That's
Me and
right.
Unworthy, the Rowdy Boys are in the movie. We're the Avengers.
And also, spoiler,
Well,
we accidentally
first off-
caused the secret war. We didn't
Yeah.
mean to. It was an accident. We're
Right.
still making amends.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like y'all didn't keep a secret, so that's what happened.
Right.
Well, when they say it's a secret, you can't tell anybody, they should just automatically never tell that to anybody that's got a friend, because they're going to tell somebody.
Right. And they needed two big stars. They don't have a lot, so they needed us.
Right. They're like, who's the hottest faces on Thursday? We'll get those. We'll get those guys. If they're not available, we'll ask Toy Attic and Unworthy.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong on that one. What would have made you more excited then? Like, would have been like names,
honestly,
casting?
I honestly, for me, it would have been like like something in the lines of like not like if they would have filmed something and not really given you much, like if they would have did something where like they filmed like a throne and then showed you like Doom.
Got it.
That would have made me excited. It's something as
Oh,
simple as that. Like me,
Yeah,
like for me, the cast is like a lot of these people are the same people that we've watched before, which I'm excited to see because I'm happy that a lot of them are coming back. I'm very excited for Channing Tatum. I'm very excited for Black Panther. I can't wait to see
I'm
her.
excited for Alan Cumming. I wish they had picked
Yeah.
Fassbender for
Right.
Magneto. I wish they had gone with that Magneto instead of
Right.
Kellen, but
I kind of agree with you on that. I really want Fassbender or Magneto.
oh, he's so good as Magneto.
Really
they're
is.
making a mistake not having him be Magneto.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting. I wanted this. What would have made me excited is if they had given us like some random big celebrity name with no context. Like
Right.
it's like you're seeing like Channing Tatum and Rebecca Romaine, and it was like real fast, like Danny DeVito, and then it's right on to the next one. It's like and then everybody's gonna be like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, Danny DeVito, what is he gonna be doing? Like I would have liked that. Just give us some random extra and give them a chair and let us all speculate until the movie comes out.
I don't know if there's like a legal thing going on. I don't spend my time searching stuff like this up, but like I think the biggest and I know Chewin had mentioned, I think for me another thing would have been big is to know that Hugh Jackman is in this movie, but also Deadpool's in this movie. Like that.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, personally, I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine is the biggest Marvel.
I'm
Marvel
going
movie.
to disagree with you because I had the exact opposite reaction to that when they didn't show up. I was like, okay, thank goodness. I was actually happy that they didn't.
They gotta capitalize off of that movie. That movie for me
on that later.
It definitely is the biggest Marvel movie that came out. Like right now, the hottest thing is Daredevil. There is nothing Marvel related, at least for me right now, that is not popping right now.
Oh yeah, did he get a chair? How come he didn't get a chair?
Right. Why didn't he get a chair? Like, come on now. Like, but I mean,
he's got his own show right now.
Yeah, leave him there. Just keep him right there. He doesn't need a chair.
RDJ needs all the clout. He's like, get me back in front of these Disney cameras, please.
I'm happy he's back. I really enjoy him, and I can't wait to see. Like again, if they do it, when they do Tom Holland, if they do have Tom Holland in this movie, like that interaction with him as Doom, and that's gonna be great.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm a little nervous about this turnaround, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more people. You're right. Trust in the Russos. Trust in McFeely, the script writer who was awesome.
Okay.
We'll see.
McFeely is also the nickname I have for Toy Attic when we're together at Legion's Con.
When he's wearing that robe.
He's wearing that robe. How could you not?
What is the nickname?
McFeely.
I'm gonna put that tomorrow
put it on the back.
Toy Attic 17 McFeely.
All right. Well, the movie this month was a Clintastic 4 choice. It was Dick Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Danny, do you want to tell us something?
Yes. Oh man, on the spot here.
I'm just joking. I just wanted a full disclaimer.
Yeah, full disclaimer. I didn't do my homework, but I will be chiming in
And
on
to be
Blu-ray.
fair,
But this
I
will
mean,
be
he-
great. This will be great.
To be fair,
I
he
can't
only
wait.
had a month to watch the movie. I mean, that was pretty short notice.
a lot happened in a month. Okay,
I-
excuse
I mean,
me.
Listen,
I'll
I
be-
didn't watch it until today, so
I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to.
I watched
don't
it
wanna hear it.
yesterday, so. Okay, so a little bit about Dick Tracy, which honestly, this movie came out when I was 9 years old. I remember all the hype. What I didn't remember is how much I watched this movie and how much I loved this movie when I was little. Because when I watched this movie, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I remember every single line." I was like, "Oh, I remember this character. I remember this character." It was like I was 9 years old again. So this came out in 1990. Warren Beatty is the director, one of the producers, also stars as Dick Tracy. What I didn't know until last week was that Warren Beatty owns the rights to Dick Tracy film rights.
Yep. And so that's why, like, however many years, you'll see Warren Beatty do a TMC Dick Tracy special just so he can retain those rights.
So he does a special that he releases. I thought, at least what I was told to me, was that he films it but doesn't show it to anyone.
No, he does like a retrospective special talk on it, and that technically counts as applying those rights. So that's how he retains the rights to them.
So my question was like, why does he do that? And I think it was Jimbo that he's like, well, he's like, think of it as like being a collector of Dick Tracy, and this is like owning the license to Dick Tracy is the ultimate collector's like item, right? So I thought that was interesting to me. So I didn't even realize he was such a big Dick Tracy fan coming into this. The only thing I really knew about Dick Tracy before watching this movie is it was a comic book, which I mean, I didn't really know much about it.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the comic. I knew it was, but I'd never read a single one.
You guys might be a little bit younger than me. I mean, did you guys watch this when you were little?
I was not even born when this movie came out.
Dear God, are you serious? You're that young?
I watched this movie.
You were not born in 1990?
Nope.
I mean, I was only 4.
Right. I was there too. I was 4 also.
Dear Lord. I cannot believe Clint
I
was
did.
not
I
born.
did. My dad, though, he was a big nerd. He watched a lot of these movies that I watch now, like when he was young. So, like, I watched them when I was a kid with my dad.
Yeah.
And I forgot about Madonna even being in this movie until I started watching it again today. So, like, it'd been a long time since I seen it.
Well, see, I'd watched it like on. I remember renting it as a kid, but like memory wise, I always got it mixed up with Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Danny, when did you see? Like, what did you watch?
I remember watching this movie for the first time. We were on our way to Puerto Rico to go visit family. We haven't seen family in a while. And true story.
On the plane?
It was on the plane. We were watching it on the plane. And I remember my dad put it on, and we were never allowed to say the word dick. I don't know why that was a bad thing to say when we were younger. Like, we weren't allowed to say, so we would say Tracy. Like, anytime me and my brother would talk about it, we would say, did you watch the Tracy movie?
Even if it was like someone's name?
Really? No, because we thought it was, again, we were like, my parents were really strict. So we thought it was like something.
His mom's like, no, you'll call him Richard.
No, we weren't allowed to say it. So, like, I remember me and my brother would go back and forth and say, hey, did you watch the D Tracy movie or the Tracy movie? It was never, but like, I remember watching it, and I didn't know who the cast was at the time. I was young, but like now going back to like even looking back now and even earlier, I didn't watch the movie and I haven't seen it in a long time, but it has a big cast of people, like big actors, like
big actors.
Like mob movies. Like, that's like one of my favorite type of movies too, is like the mob movies. There's a guy from the Goodfellas. It has Al Pacino in it. Like, it has a really good cast.
Warren Beatty, Al Pacino, Madonna. I'm just
Dustin
Hoffman. Some big one. Dustin Hoffman.
Kathy
Dick Van
Bates.
Dyke. Dick Van
Yeah,
Dyke's in
Kathy
this.
Bates and Dick Van Dyke.
Kathy-
Yeah.
Wait, which one was? Where's Kathy Bates?
She was the stenographer during Mumble's
That was
interrogation.
Kathy Bates.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Holy jeez, William Forsythe.
James
Yeah.
Caan, Paul
Yeah,
Salvino.
James Conn. Oh man, what
Yeah, that's a lot
Mandy
of
for
a
Cake-
short. That was
Mandy
short.
for Caken.
Who?
yeah, that
He was in Yentl, Criminal Minds.
Oh, 88 Keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot to talk about. I have something to say about him later. But, so just rewatching this, Clint, initial thoughts?
Honestly, like technically, like from a technical perspective, fantastic. Like the attention to details, like the specific usages of color. Like they only used primary and secondary colors throughout the entire movie, which was fantastic. Just like the set designs, like all those details, chef's kiss. Like,
Yeah.
like there were some issues with like the story itself, but still, like visually, it was a freaking treat.
Yeah. That's actually, I agree with that. Unworthy?
I didn't realize until rewatching it today there were so many things that I want to do with my life or want to do in my life that I actually got from Dick Tracy. It was like that was one of the first things that surprised me. Like when in that opening scene when he comes in with the machine gun and writes a message in the wall with a machine gun. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to shoot a message into a wall.
let's do it.
Because of Dick Tracy. It's a lot harder than you think, honestly. It's a lot harder than you think. There's a lot more bullets than that guy made it look like too.
Yeah. He didn't even leave room for spaces. I don't understand how he did it.
I mean, he's got excellent handwriting.
Yeah.
It's
William
very
Forsythe.
legible
Yeah.
for being bullets. It was
Well,
very legible.
what's another thing that
I have a whole list. I have a whole
do you?
list. I could
I will get
do the
to
whole list at the end, or I could say them off as we get to those parts because I have a whole list. It says a lot more about me as a person than it probably should.
So, Danny, when you were on your way to Puerto Rico and you're finally seeing the Tracy movie, the Dick Tracy movie, what were you thinking?
This movie sucks. Put something else on.
Yeah, Ford.
I wasn't a fan. Honestly, I wasn't a fan. I haven't seen the movie in a while. Like I said, it had a big cast. You know, you're young. I mean, at the time, I want to say maybe I was like 5 or 6. Like I was like really young, and then like it wasn't into it. Like I wasn't into like watching like cartoons at the time. I wasn't into that. Like if you would have put like I don't know Swamp Thing. Remember Swamp Thing? If you'd have put that movie on for me, I would have been like, fuck yeah, I'll watch this all day. But like I wasn't as into like I don't know. Even now, honestly, it's a movie that I won't watch. Not that I don't like it because I haven't seen it in a while. I probably should watch it to see. Maybe I can appreciate it, but I don't know.
It's the real reason Danny didn't watch it again. Also, it's Well, yeah.
It is, and you know the way that he said when you said that about Beatty holding the rights and like maintaining it, it reminds me of like the stuff Tony Khan's doing in AEW, like where he was holding people's contracts, not letting them leave, even though he wasn't using them in wrestling. It's what it reminds me of. Like he's not gonna let anybody else use it.
I feel like that's more of like evil move because that's someone's like future, you know,
right?
That's like actuals. Whereas Dick Tracy is like, all right, no, who really? I mean, like it's the rights. I wish.
Well, I mean, Danny and I are going to start our court proceedings with Walter Beatty to get the rights so we can make a movie because I think Danny and I would make a really good Dick Tracy movie. I think we would knock it right out.
I'm just getting flashbacks to that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they make their cop movie. That's how I think that's going to go.
I think I don't know that show, but it sounds like it was probably pretty good.
I think you guys could really make a good cop movie. I really do. Like whether it's like present or like old timey, either would work for me.
What about this? What if Danny's from the future? He's a future cop, and I am a Dick Tracy from the past. I'm the ancient.
Oh dear
Dick Tracy.
Lord, that sounds.
And
like
our
an
world's got to
incredible movie.
collide.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
just a couple dicks just out here trying to save the day. You know?
And then it ends like in Avengers Doomsday where the white light comes out and you guys just die.
No, the beginning of the movie starts with
No, I was
chairs.
thinking we would merge together. You know,
God, that's
his future and my past,
Dear
we would merge
It's
together.
a different
and we would
movie
become
now.
one
It's a
dick.
different type of movie.
Now it's becoming the substance.
Which is a great movie, by the way.
It is a great movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
Haven't seen that one yet, but oh dear Lord. Dick Tracy
animated
Netflix
Dick
series
Tracy
that would
series
actually
would-
be great. Say that again?
An animated Dick Tracy series would be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
like in
I
that
didn't,
style.
yeah, I didn't watch Dick Tracy, but I will say that I do want the Dick Tracy box set.
Mezco?
I want that.
That one's awesome. It's an awesome
got one?
set. Yeah.
Can I buy it?
No, because I want it. I'm gonna
Danny, do you have
I'm gonna
space
film
for
something
me?
with it every couple
Toys for the
years.
same reason you do.
You know, I really
Can I
want to
buy
take that
it?
head sculpt. I really want to take that head
Yeah.
sculpt and put it on my Superman, my Man of Steel Superman.
Oh, that's a
To make it look like classic. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to.
that's
do
a
that.
great idea.
I really want to do that.
I almost considered,
Doing that.
selling it to you. Selling it
now
to you
you
'cause
now
do
you
that,
got an
but no,
idea.
no.
Don't sell it. Do his idea and
Yeah.
then sell it.
I'll just do your idea and give you a
Mhm.
picture. I so when I started watching this movie last night, I honestly I kind of thought, I don't know why, but kind of had Danny's idea of like, oh, this is gonna be a chore. It's an old movie. It's 1990s. I was just thinking about how I watched 28 Days Later,
Mhm.
and I was like, man, this movie is rough. Like in terms of just like watching a movie, it looked like it was made so long ago.
Mhm.
I popped this in and I was like, my goodness, it still holds up. I asked in the chat, I was like, did they do a digitally remaster on this? Because it looks fantastic. It looks like it just came out. Like it does surprisingly hold up in terms of the film and the cinematography, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
and I loved the backdrops, like how it it looked like it was almost a miniature, like they were
Well-
filming on a miniature in certain things.
But fact about that this was one of the last movies to do like large scale matte paintings for the backgrounds. Like this was one of the last ones to do that. Hey KJ,
Hi KJ. How are
KJ
you?
just
you're awesome too.
Is it because you had this in the beginning? I'm sorry.
Yeah, say something clever that makes us want to read your comments,
Right.
KJ.
he's the less
Until then, don't talk again.
Dear Lord. All right. Well, that backfired on KJ.
Well, so speaking of the miniatures and the backdrops and using the miniatures for scenes, that brings me to another one of the things that I wanted to do. I've always wanted to do my whole life. And that's the scene where they're fighting in the little shed or the shanty. Dick Tracy is fighting the guy. When you see that thing shaking around, you can tell it's a miniature. But that scene is also one of the things. I have also always my whole life wanted to punch a guy through the wall and say, let's take this outside.
That's
I've always wanted to do that.
Great
I'm so
line,
surprised that
yes.
you haven't.
Well, I mean, I've punched a guy through a wall, but I've never remembered to use the line.
Well, that's your fault.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's still on my list of things I want to do.
Legion's
Just wait till
coming.
Legion's Con.
Maybe next week just
We'll do it at Legion's Con. We'll do it if they're doing
Trying to
like
be somebody that needs to be put through a wall.
Hey, build the cosmic, and then use the line.
No, we'll have to film it because then we'll walk out and I'll be like, "Damn it, I didn't say the line."
No,
again.
the whole time you're doing it, I'm like this the entire time. Just go do it again. Do it again.
Don't forget the line.
So what I think is for Dick Tracy, this movie for myself, when I started watching it, I also couldn't believe this cast, and we went over that cast. I thought Al Pacino was awesome.
So good. So good.
So good. And he really killed it. If anything that was stagnant, it was probably Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
And like it. They tried to make him. I felt like he was like just a character that stayed the same. They tried to make him like different in terms of like, oh, he finally admits his love, but really, he was just the character that didn't change
Hmm.
throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Even
I
at
think
that,
Don't
I
fix
guess.
it, ain't bro. If it ain't broke, don't
wholesome.
fix it.
Right.
Like he kind of made him too wholesome, I thought, compared to the
Mhm.
rest. Like,
I mean, I
Yeah, I
liked.
mean, he didn't
What's her?
even make out with Madonna when she was trying to make out with him the first time, which is another one. I have always also wanted to arrest Madonna in a sheer nightgown. Not her wear. I want to be wearing the nightgown when I arrest her. I want her to be wearing normal clothes.
He couldn't do that. I'll say this: I thought Tess was a much more interesting character than Dick Tracy. I love
Yeah.
Tess. I think Tess
Oh,
was
yeah.
awesome. Like, she was my crush when I was little.
Hmm.
She was my Mary Jane. Gre-
That was your Mary Jane.
well, no, I
You're
just said
talking
that
about
because she.
Dick Tracy's
I-
squeeze.
Yeah, well, I only said that because she's a redhead, but
Oh,
You like
Um,
redhead?
I
Chris?
I like Tess and Mary
can't think
Jane.
of redheads. All right.
But the opening to this Danny Elfman soundtrack, like, it felt like a Batman movie.
Yeah.
well, like this came out the year after Batman, so they pretty much based like all the marketing campaign and, of course, bringing on Danny Elfman. So they were trying to piggyback off of Batman's success for sure.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were just
definitely
they
were.
were I was trying to explain this to my wife too. We were on ice putting it on in here to watch it, and I was like, this was Disney's like answer to Batman. Because I had seen
Yeah.
you guys say something about it in the chat, and I was like, it was Disney. It was Disney. I think I just thought that in my head. So I was explaining that to her, and then it got to the scene where like there's a lot of gun stuff,
Yeah.
and then the topless scene with Madonna. I was like, okay, yeah, this wasn't Disney. This is
Well,
Disney didn't make
that's why it's technically Touchstone, but Disney oversaw it for the most part.
Okay, I didn't realize
They had
that.
good choice in boobs, putting Madonna in there. It's a good choice at that time. Probably not anymore, but
Well, he watched it on the plane right to Puerto Rico. KJ.
yeah.
20 years ago.
Get it right,
Yeah.
KJ. Quit talking.
Yeah. Greg, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey.
All right. So just a few things that I had to say. They do some great eating scenes in this movie. The eating in
kid's
this movie
always
was
eating.
fun. Kids always eating. That was a great eating montage with all the ice cream. Lips eating the oysters with Madonna in the beginning. That was great.
Mhm.
Great eating scenes. I said the cinematography is
I
amazing
think
in the
that
city
should be a
background.
segment for all our future movie talks is how were the eating scenes?
Best
How were the
eating
scenes?
scene.
Best eating
I think that ought to be an award category for the talkies. Best eating
Right.
scene.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. We're gonna put that in. Best eating scenes. I gotta write that down before I forget. And best eating scenes.
Another one that's when he was in the diner and he was eating, and then his watch started going off. He's talking. I wrote that in my notes too. I was like, I always wanted a watch that was a phone. But then I remembered I have an Apple Watch and they actually suck pretty much. Like it was like, okay, this is the one time the future didn't work out as good as the movie made it look like it was gonna. My Apple Watch sucks. I can't do anything with
Okay,
it.
I have
I was like, they
couple of
have that,
problems with
though.
that analogy. So a movie set in like the 20s is considered the future for you?
You know what's funny? My wife
Well, I mean,
did
it
the
was
same
kind of
thing.
futuristic tech. I mean,
No,
maybe not.
yeah, no, I
I know,
totally
right?
I totally get what you're saying because my wife's like, "What year is this?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's the 1960s." She's like, "But he's got that watch that calls people." I was like, "Yeah, that's true."
Well, so I mean, it might have been set in the. Was it set in the 20s, Clint? Is that what you said?
20s or 30s? Or
Okay.
So
30s or 40s, I think.
for the 20s, when this was based on, then I mean, a watch phone is pretty futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Al Pacino like manhandling Madonna. Those are some rough scenes.
Yeah, that slap
Like,
that looked a little personal.
yeah, yeah.
Like he didn't like a virgin. He didn't like that album. He
That
slapped the
was
shit out of her.
I was like, whoa, this is wow. Um, I gotta say, 88 Keys. The dude's a creep.
I don't even know who it is.
He's the guy playing the piano for Madonna.
But that's his name for real. Is 88 Keys,
Yeah, 88 or 88 Keys.
or is that the
something like
name he played, or is that the name of the character?
That's the name of the character. It's
Okay.
what's his name? You guys said his name before. I didn't even know what his real name
88
was.
figs.
So are you saying 88 Figs is a weirdo, or the character, the actor is?
Both. No. No, the actor 88 Figs is the man.
Hmm.
Oh, I said 88 Figs. I meant 88. Whatever. 88 Keys. Whatever.
Yeah, you said 88.
Are you saying that the character is a weirdo or the actor is a weirdo?
Oh, the character.
Okay.
I know. I really thought you were talking about 88. I'm glad we clarified that.
He said he's out of here.
Yeah, Clint's like he's done. I kept on writing in between in my notes that Al Pacino is incredible.
You know who else was incredible? Was Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman
Mumbles.
Mumbles.
What a great job he did. That guy is incredible.
Fantastic. I loved that scene where he slows down the recording. I always remembered that.
Mhm.
So good. And then the scene where he's just like where Dick Tracy's drinking the water and Dustin Hoffman's just staring at him.
Yeah.
And he's like
dying
sweating.
of thirst.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, one scene that really I like. Again, after this, I wrote Al Pacino's incredible. When Al Pacino, big boy, sees the water coming down from the recording, and his face and the realization that he was being tapped was hilarious. It was. I laughed out loud because I thought it was just so funny.
See, and my favorite part for Al Pacino was at the end when he was like trying to get that thought together. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yes.
I
I'm
have a thought.
thinking,
I have a thought.
It's
gone.
It's gone.
I wrote down in my notes. I relate to that so much.
I know. I was like,
It's gone.
like, and like during that whole sequence, he was all like, I did not kidnap you. I did not kidnap you. I'm
Yeah.
kidnapping you now, but I did not kidnap you.
Yeah, I'm kidnapping you now to save my skin.
Hilarious. He does all this killing like cement, and it's like finding Tess in his attic, like is
Flabbergasted.
he's like now they got me. They're gonna get me now. Like
Yeah.
really,
I
you
mean,
couldn't
yeah,
like,
that's a
cover it
very-
up.
Not
Like,
the
they
murder,
couldn't get him
but
for
the-
anything
yeah.
else, but this is legitimately what they could get him on.
This is what they're gonna get him on. Yeah, exactly.
Like he at least had the code to never cross that line on
Yeah.
attacking her. Like he had that code.
Yes,
At
yes,
least.
that's true. That's true. All right. If we have more notes, we can talk about them as we go along. Let's start with some categories. MVP. This is the best. This is your MVP of the movie. I have a feeling.
I mean, we just spent a couple of minutes talking about him already, so
Al Pacino.
yeah.
I wanted to say Dustin Hoffman just because I
He's-
loved it, but I think he fits better
He's
for
a
a
s-
6-man.
He's a sixth man.
So I'd say definitely
6
Al Pacino is the
Al
star
Pacino.
of this movie.
I agree.
Not
What about
Walter
you?
Beatty.
Danny, just let's rate it as if you saw it like when you were 4 years old. What do you think?
You know who's the MVP? This Mesco
Who?
I'm about to buy.
Okay.
It's Dick
You're
Tracy.
how much? Wait, how much is it?
Well, I'm looking for good prices here, so like I'm not gonna purchase it yet. So I'm looking.
Got
at
it. Got it.
So
Mine was
Al Pacino.
close to retail. You're gonna do Al Pacino.
Al Pacino because it's Al Pacino. I've seen the
So,
movie. It's Al Pacino.
Sixth Man. Now this is a person that's not in the movie that much, but every time they're in it, they're amazing.
I can't remember if Madonna was in the movie a lot. Was she?
Yeah.
No, she'd
Well,
be a good six man.
She's a
I
good
think she'd
six
be-
man. She's a six man
Oh.
only because I'm not a Madonna. I'm not a big Madonna fan.
I'm not gonna say anything, but okay.
Mine is what Unworthy was saying.
Okay.
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. I wanted to give it to Dick Van Dyke
That's who I'm
because
giving it to.
I think Hoffman is a strong contender for best character in the movie. But yeah, Hoffman is definitely the sixth man. Honorable mention, Dick Van Dyke. What a sleazeball! It's always so refreshing to see a wholesome actor
Yeah.
being a sleazy character. Like I
Mhm.
love it when
And he
they do
did
that.
it very well. Like
Well, so well. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Six man. Dick Van Dyke. That's a good one.
yeah, that's my pick as well. Or
Yeah.
Dick Van
Yeah,
Dyke's my
we
pick.
get you.
Yeah.
LVP. Mine is not 88 figs. 88.
88 keys.
88 keys.
Actually, before I say my LVP, I do want to say another good honorable mention for a really good character through the whole movie was William Forsythe as Flat Top.
Oh.
Like I think he did a great job the whole time too.
Right.
But
Flat
for
Top was
LVP,
really good.
I'm gonna say it's everybody in that opening scene that's playing cards. You think they're gonna be important, and then in comes Flat Top and mows them all down, and you don't see him again. Like, and because it's been so long since I watched this, the voice, the one that's like got the creepy voice that pretends to be Dick,
Yes.
and then like is the ultimate bad guy there in the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was the pudgy faced person from the. I kept on convincing myself it was the fat faced one from the poker game in the beginning. Like he was the only survivor because like you couldn't
No,
see
none
the
of them
face;
did.
it was just like flat skin. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's got to be the one that you didn't see much of his face because he was so fat.
That was
But it's not.
I think his name was Tiny Face, wasn't it?
Or little something like that.
Like Little Face, Tiny Face, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those were like really visually exciting like looking characters. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, these characters are gonna be the main characters. They just die.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna meet the bad guys, and then we do meet the bad guys, but it's not them.
Yeah. Fantastic LVP.
Let me dig through my notes real quick. I'm probably gonna say Warren Beatty.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Danny.
Yes.
LVP.
Me for not watching the movie. But I'm also gonna put myself as the MVP for not watching the movie. I'm both.
Oh man. Hilarious. Best scene.
Another really funny scene, and I don't know if this qualifies for my favorite scene, but I wanted to bring it up, is when Dick Tracy is trying to teach that kid how to brush his teeth. And the kid looks at him and goes, "Man, for being such a tough guy, Tracy, you sure do a lot of pansy things."
These pansy things. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I forgot calling people a pansy was an insult back in the day.
I did laugh out loud at that one. You know a lot of pansy things, Dick.
Yeah. Because he's brushing his teeth. And like I've never seen powdered toothpaste. I didn't know what the hell was going on. When he like sticks his tongue in it, he's like, for being such a tough guy, you do a lot of pansy things.
All right, best scene.
Ooh.
I think the best scene.
I got it.
Maybe no. Actually, I don't think this is the best scene, but this is what I would say is no. You know, I'm gonna say this is my favorite scene when he's trying to get him on Big Boy's trying to get Dick Tracy on his side there in the basement. And he's like, all the money you can win. He's like, all this money. And then he accepts it. And he's like, oh, but
Yeah.
I'm going to get you for bribing an officer.
Yeah.
Like he's right to the finish line. This guy is like trying to bring this guy down. And they tie him up and they break the gas lines. And the whole time, he doesn't know the kid's there. He doesn't know the kid's there to help him. And he's just like sitting there as the room fills with gas, going to explode. Like he's just kind of accepted his fate. Like,
Oh
what
yeah.
the
He's
hell?
like, yeah, well, I'm gonna die.
He's just like, well, this is it. This is how I'm going out. And I'm still going to try to get you on bribing an officer instead of, pleading for my life. Like
He has morals.
like that movie could have been a lot shorter if that kid wasn't so fucking nosy and following him around all the time,
It's true. Was that your best scene?
Yes, I'm gonna say that's the best scene. I don't know
Okay.
why. It's the only one that I was thinking of that I have in my notes as well.
Gets offered a bribe. Mine was the like kind of that montage with the kid and where he's like, what are we, what time we eating, or what did he say?
Yeah.
When are we gonna
When
eat?
do we eat?
When do we eat?
Yeah, after as he's eating everything in
as
sight.
he's
When do we
eating.
eat?
That was, I love that montage. I think that's a montage I always thought about when I was like little, just eating all the ice cream you want. Clint?
Mine, I think Unworthy was talking about this before my speakers cut out, but mine is probably going to be the broiler scene.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it looks like he doesn't know the kid's there to save him.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's just accepting his fate. Like he thinks he's gonna die. Like it was just kind of weird to me. Like he's not even trying. Like he's just sitting there tied to the chair. He's not even trying to escape. I'd be at
even when
least
the kid was
thrashing in the
helping him,
chair.
he went- well, even when the kid was helping him, he was like, nope, get out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Danny?
Favorite scene is
Here we go. Here we go.
whatever you guys like. What scenes do you like? Yeah, those scenes, your scenes.
Danny's favorite scene is the Madonna topless scene.
Right, that's my
Danny's
favorite scene. That's my favorite scene.
Okay. Well, now that we're on that subject, the dialogue, all the dialogue they went with her for this,
All very suggestive.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
come on.
Madonna.
The scene where she shows up, but he thinks it's his girlfriend showing up with ice cream. He's like, "What flavor did you bring me?" And she goes, "Juicy peach. You better eat it while it's still ripe." I was like, "Whoa, that line hits a whole lot different in 2025."
well, hilarious because like we're watching this movie and I'm like, oh, I didn't. I say we, my wife and I, and I'm like, I haven't watched this since I was like 9, and then like people are dying. There's all this suggestive like lines. She's like, "You watched this when you were 9?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess."
Wild times, man. Wild times. Lawless days of the 90s.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I was born.
I'm sure Madonna is the reason there for a lot of kids your age.
Any unanswerable questions?
I didn't understand the reasoning why Madonna was in disguise as the villain. And like was she, this is my unanswered question. Was she hoping that Big Boy would kill the girlfriend so Tracy would kill Big Boy and then her and Tracy could be together?
I think she
Because
wanted
like
to.
she set up Big Boy to be killed. Like she set him up. If he had killed Tess, even if it was on accident, or if she had just died in there while she was his hostage and he didn't know about, Tracy would kill him. He'd have broke his coat. I mean, he threw him over a freaking railing into machinery anyways, but
It's
I
not
think
a
a big.
I was
Go ahead.
about to say, it's not a Batman out. Dick Tracy doesn't have a no kill code.
Yeah.
right, no, but I mean, he probably wouldn't have killed him if it weren't to save Tessa. Like
Yeah.
if in that whole situation he would have had it under control and he would have arrested him and brought him in alive. But because of the way the situation escalated, like he killed him. But like what I'm saying is, did Madonna set this up as soon as she went with Big Boy? Did she start setting this up to get Tracy to kill Big Boy?
No, she was like, she had set this up to have Big Boy at least arrested, like with the whole kidnapping charge.
I think
like,
she
I'm
wanted
hoping,
to
like,
be in charge.
and like heck, she like in that final scene, she also tried to save Tess as well. That's why she shot Big Boy. That's why she showed up at the gun, because she didn't actually want to kill Tess.
Oh, got it.
Well, see, that's where I don't necessarily agree, because she in disguise didn't give Tracy, like, she didn't say go ahead and cut her free. She was holding them both while the gear was still moving, like to inevitably crush Tess. So like, was she hoping that Tess was going to be gone as well? Because she could tell. I mean, she was coming out pretty heavy to old Dick Tracy, and he didn't really go for it because he's a loyal man. And she told him, "You're a good man." So like, she must have knew as long as she was around, she was not getting no Dick Tracy because he's a loyal man.
Yeah, he is loyal. It's true.
But if she's dead and he killed Big Boy, she's, oh, I can, you need comforting. Let me comfort you.
Yeah.
It's all a secret. He didn't know.
Danny.
That's my unanswered question. Also, that's another thing I wrote in here in my notes. Speaking of Madonna, is I always wanted to use my last breath to kiss Dick Tracy after revealing myself to be, the ultimate villain of the movie. Yeah. Like, that's another thing. I told you this list was going to say a lot more about me than it should.
I'm just so glad you're self-reflective. I didn't have really any unanswerable questions. Nitpicks, I would just say I think it's just Dick Tracy himself, Warren Beatty for me.
Yeah, too much Dick Tracy. Give us more of the bad guys.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I just was expecting more from Warren Beatty, right? So, but the characters were fantastic. I loved what they did with all the villains. Man, great movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have any nitpicks either, other than too much Dick Tracy, too much love interest stuff.
Kind of like that. Clint,
What topic are we on?
Nitpicks?
I think I already covered mine. So
Yeah. Okay, let's give this movie a rating. No, we're gonna save Danny for last.
Why?
Because
Why?
Because you're just hilarious, buddy. Unworthy, what do you give it?
I actually will give this movie a good solid 3.5. Like, I enjoyed watching it enough that when I finished watching it and I was talking to my wife about it, I said, I wish I had just spent the extra $3 to buy it instead of just rent it. Because like, I would watch it again.
How much was it to buy?
$3 to rent it,
Yeah,
or $3.99 to
like...
rent it, $6.99 to buy it.
Oh, was it $6.99 to buy it? I would just bought it.
I should have. I wish I had, because when I was renting it, I was thinking I'm going to watch this and will be reminded of why I haven't watched it in 20 years. But instead, I watched it and I was like, I could watch this again. I like this.
Yeah, same. I could have watched it again too. Clint,
I'm gonna give it a 3.5 as well.
I give this a 3.75.
Oh, we're getting into the quarters now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do quarters. Yeah, I like this. If you asked me last night, I think the hype of it for me was like, I think I would have gone a 4. But Danny, you got 2 that I need you to.
I am
What's
going
your-
to give for which one?
Well, Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy, I'm going to give a 5. I'm
What?
going to give Dick Tracy. No, there's a reason why I'm going to give it a 5.
Why?
I have a legit reason. Like, I'm not bullshitting.
Okay.
Although I have not watched this movie in quite some time. Rewatched this movie. I did watch it as you know, I can't remember a lot of it, but just thinking about it, I remember how fun that trip to Puerto Rico was. So that brings a lot of memories. So it's because of this. I guess it's because of the trip and because of the memories, and then because of that time, I'm gonna give it a 5. So I'm giving it a 5. I think it's a 5.
Nostalgia.
Yep.
What about semi-pro?
Semi-pro gets a 5.
What?
I like
Really?
Yeah, Semi-Pro gets a 5.
It's a damn good movie.
It's fun. It's funny, and I can appreciate.
I didn't even give it a 5. I don't remember what I gave it.
No,
I mean, I only had 2 categories, 2 numbers. I got to stick to one. I definitely giving it a 5 because Will Ferrell's awesome. Regardless,
Unworthy gave it a 3.75.
That sounds right.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Well, that's awesome. I dig it. And
No, Dick Tracy. Like again, I will probably watch it again because now that I'm thinking about it, because again, it's been so long. But if I have to watch that movie, I would have to watch it with my brother, and like we could finally say Dick together. Say, hey, we can say it now. We're grown. We can't get in trouble.
Just saying it for no reason.
Right.
All right. Well, I thought Dick Tracy was honestly like we've watched a lot of crappy movies, and this one I thought this was gonna kind of because I really was afraid of it because I remember loving it, but then watching it, I was like, man, this really holds up for me. Really love it. All right, Danny, I'm gonna give you the suggestion for next week or next month.
I've been waiting for this.
Did you see the look on Clint's
I have been
face?
waiting to do this one since the minute I knew. And this, I felt like this movie was such a missed opportunity. And then Semi-Pro was announced. The next movie is going to be Tropic Thunder. That's the next movie I want to watch next.
All
Yes,
right. Okay.
watch Tropic
Let's
Thunder
do it.
next. Let's do it.
I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
Let's do it. I think that's a good.
Well, I know
think that's
Unworthy
pretty
had
cool.
mentioned. Unworthy had did Semi-Pro.
Well, yeah, I kept getting them the two
He
titles.
said Tropic
mixed up.
Thunder, and I got excited. I was like, "Yeah, we're
Oh,
doing
that's
Tropic Thunder."
right. Yeah, that's
But
right.
then
You
it
said-
was like, "Oh, we're doing Semi-Pro." So I knew I would give Semi-Pro a 5 because eventually I would get Tropic Thunder after. So Tropic
Good
Thunder.
choice. Good choice. Good choice.
What do you mean?
I think
That's going to be a
That's-
very interesting discussion. I already
Yeah.
A time where we can laugh and it wasn't. I can't wait to. A matter of fact, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna be done with this when we're done and watch it. That's how excited I am.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I imagine all 4 of us MVP has got to be Tom Cruise. I mean, we'll have to watch it a few more times, but if you're saying the
man, I don't
MVP,
know.
I'm calling it early. If you're saying the MVP is not Tom
I
Cruise,
think
he's the memorable.
Tom Cruise is
mention.
probably 6-man. Tom Cruise is probably
I
6-man.
don't know.
He's not in it as much, but there's. You know what? I'm gonna say my
I'm
category.
like, there's a other strong contender that you're missing
Right.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really missing.
No, but I don't think it's the one Chris is talking about.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can't wait to talk about that
Are you
one.
thinking Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man.
Yeah, he is good too. Him and Tom Cruise has some
Him and his
amazing
son.
scenes together.
Oh my gosh.
It's
All
gonna be
right,
so
well,
good,
that's
man.
I can't wait.
All right, what do we got to plug, fellas?
We have another episode of Unworthy Addiction tomorrow at 9 p.m. on YouTube. And next week, we have our milestone of 100 episodes. So we're
What? Already? You've done this
Yeah.
for 100 episodes? That's incredible.
So
What
we're
a
going to
milestone.
try to do something special. We'll probably say, like every other time, we're going to plan something special, and then it'll just be another episode of us
Right.
just doing the same old, same old.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, big 100 episodes. It would have been earlier, but we've taken a few weeks off here and there. So
Mhm.
Wow. Congratulations, guys. 100
you.
episodes. That's a big accomplishment.
we
Wow.
were talking about it this morning, and he said 100 episodes of our bullshit. And I was like, you know what? I just consider it as 100 Thursdays I got to hang out with you.
No, and that's
Well,
what it is.
yeah.
It's a hangout. It's fun. It kind of we kind of decompress from like the week, and I get to hang out with my buddies and hang out with chat, and it's fun. It's fun times. So
Yeah.
congrats.
No, that's great. Congratulations. Can't wait. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, that makes me really happy. I'm glad.
Thank
Clint, what about you? Gonna work on your X-Men characters?
Yeah, probably
Unpack
gonna
those legends.
unbox these legends and then rebox them and then probably take some shots.
Awesome. Can't wait to see those. What are we doing? We had a guest lineup. Yimbo might have someone. We might be joining Yimbo on Sunday. We have TPC Top 10 on Monday. I really got nothing else going on. Check out No Chewing's awesome shorts and videos of ASMR videos up on the site. He's put in some really great effort into editing,
yeah.
and honestly, they're really cool. They're really cool.
Like, I was just noticing the other day, like the video quality of his like shorts are.
Mhm,
I'm like, damn,
mhm.
he's been stepping it up on that. So, good job, Chewy.
He's done a great job. Oh, hold on. Check my DM.
Mm,
Which one?
I'm jealous.
I say that to Chris all the time. Guess what, Machu? It doesn't work for me.
All right, let me just hold on. He wants me to show this. Here we go. So I don't know if I want to show this, but okay.
Show it.
Oh, you got
There
it.
we go. How do I download this? Save image. Here we go. So Machu Toy loves his WWE, the new I think it's 2K5, not sure.
Mhm.
So he has been playing that a lot, and what he's so incredible at is making all of us in the game, like the actual
Nice.
characters. He makes it
Nice.
look so easy. He really does. That being said, I gotta my desktop is a mess. I thought I saved it up on here. Where'd it go? That being said, sorry everyone. So I'll just show the DM, I guess. Here we go. Share screen.
Toma! Wow! It's like I'm not just some pretty face here. Ow, man, that's great. Watch you. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. I need this on a shirt. I need this on a shirt. I need this. Wow, that's so good.
Chris, did you know that you can't stand in that position for real and look over your shoulder at the same time?
I'll maybe we can demonstrate on Legion's Con.
Oh, okay, let's see it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We gotta recreate this. That's so good.
Oh, dear Lord. Thanks, Machu.
This looks greeit. I can't wait to see what order you're in the Royal Rumble.
What's up, Bucksy?
What's up, Art?
Thanks, Machu. I love when he does this. I love when he does this stuff. It's my favorite. Like when he makes this on.
Is that
it's so impressive? Pack? It's a fanny pack.
That's awesome.
That's where I get my laser man powers somehow.
Spot on. It's uncanny. I can't tell if I'm looking at you or if I'm looking at a game right now. This is incredible.
Oh, I forgot. No, this is a picture I took right before the stream.
You look good.
You took a photo.
Really good
of
form.
Pose that way.
That's how he got the digital rendering.
Also, you were like, did you pose? Like, did you practice that pose or?
Practice. Well, yeah, you don't
Oh,
practice
I'm
that
sorry.
pose. Oh, that's why I keep Laserman for my pitch. Oh, got it.
Love it, man. Awesome job.
Hey guys, this was fun. I always have a good time. Clint, I gotta say, that was a great movie choice. Can't wait for Tropic Thunder. Everyone in the chat, thanks for joining us. Really, it was so much fun. And man, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Yeah, we love you too.
Toy Talk, let's vibe. It's the ultimate hangout. Chats about that rare find. Let's geek out. Movies and the figures. A passionate blend. Toy photography snaps. It never ends.
From robots to heroes, every kind we flippin'. Marvel to DC.